is a haunch of venison. It actually sits like this. And that's like the back leg from the deer. So from a red deer, that's its back, that's its back leg. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take off this piece here, which is the shank. So I'll just nip that off there. And the meat on the shank is very, very tasty meat, but it's really only much good for making burgers or making a slow cook casserole. Now Tony's making a casserole today, but we won't use that because his one is that's going to be cooked quite quickly. So what we do with that is we just dice that up. We'd make a very good sausage meat, that, but ideal for burgers or slow cook. These wee pieces there are the stuff that we'd use for making sausages. Just bits that are a little more sinewy from the end of the muscle. That's us, yeah. That's the sausage meat. Now then, the next thing we do is we take the pelvis off this joint. I come into a little ball and socket joint there. And just work around it. And this bone should come away quite easily with a minimum amount of meat left on it. So there you can see the pelvis and where the ball and socket joint is. The next thing we do is we take this middle bone out. There's a seam goes down between the muscles here. So what we do is we separate it, find the way down between the muscles like this, round that joint. There we go. And take it all away. So that should be all the bones out. And you can see there the little socket, little ball that fits in the socket there that made it up its leg. So we'll set this out and we separate out these muscles now. There we are. We've got three main muscles in the haunch. This is called the thick flank. This is called the silver side. So called because it's got a silver side. And this one here is called the top side. So we'll take these muscles off. Are you ready for the right? Now then, we can either make rump steaks from this deer rump here, or what we in Scotland call a poke's eye. It's very tender. But what we're going to do with this is we're going to make a diced steak for Tony to cook with. I'll just take the fat off the side. There's not... Venison is actually the red meat which has the highest amount of protein and the lowest amount of fat of any red meat. So it's very, very healthy. So if you've got a dodgy ticker, or you think you might have one in the future, you should just eat your venison. There we go. And that's that diced steak there. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh, sorry, you go.
I'll just trim it down a little bit.
Now then, this is the silver side here, and we're just taking off the connective tissue from the end there. And then what we do is we'll actually take the silver side off. And roll that over. We'll make this into some really nice steaks. Now then, this top side, the top side in venison is very, very tender. What we'll do is we'll take this little flap of meat off. Take any fat off as well. We take this little bit. We'll make what we call paddy steaks. Paddy steaks are just like what's suggested, like a paving slab, and they don't have any tissue on them at all. They're just pure meat. That's yeah, they can just be pan fried just for a very short time. Now then, and this is the last piece that we're left with here, which is the knuckle or the thick flank. And we'll just leave that into a little roast, very simply. Put it through this little gadget. I hold it together. And that's out. So it's separated into our dice, our roast, our paddy steaks, and our steaks. And that's all our waste.
Yep.
Finished.
The recipes will be on the website, on the Table of Flavours. The recipes will be available on the Table of Flavours website. What I've done is I've just browned off the steak that Ronnie's given me with a little bit of flour seasoning. I'm adding in some beetroot, some red currant jelly, some carrots, which I've cut into little frisbee, but you can dice them or whatever, yeah. Just a bit fancy. Put them in as well. Mix it in. In the pan then. And some bean stock, or venison stock. Put that in. What I'm going to do today is make some venison casserole, and then I'm going to put some Colcannon on the top, which is potatoes, cabbage, and what I've done is added a wee bit of pancetta into it, just to give it a wee bit of flavour. So we'll bring this up to a boil and simmer it for even up 2 hours. So if you come back, that's that. I made some nice red wine. Plenty in there. Right, and we'll just let that simmer away. What I've got is some that I prepared earlier. This is a water bath. You've probably seen it on TV. It's all the good chefs and some of the top chefs in Scotland using. You can hear me okay, can't you? Yeah. I'll just empty that out. As you can see, it's nice and rich. And what we'll do is we'll just scoop that into, normally what you would do is put it into a casserole dish and then bake it in the oven, but for this, just to let you see what it looks like, I'll put it into one of my expensive cutters, which is made out of a sweet corn thing. So we'll fill that up. Yeah, set that aside. Then we get the Colcannon. Take some of that. this on the top. So, there we go. Just want to try to piece that. That's the casserole. You got a wee bit of steak.
Throw them in here.
Aye. As I say, you probably have it in a casserole dish, so you wouldn't really see the whole.